no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, Freemers, we are back with another Freems video. This time around, we are finishing off on reading the Free Realms comics, and I'm very excited to be finishing this off because there's 12 of these, and there's no more after this one. And kind of bittersweet, but also I started reading these comics to celebrate 100 subscribers, and means a lot that you guys hit that button. That's the whole reason we're reading these, in order to celebrate that huge milestone for me personally. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into this last comic book, which is known as issue number 12, Chaos, otherwise known as Chaos. It literally only has the one title, which is very interesting. I think having one title is fine, but yeah, so we're gonna dive into it, and without further ado, let's wrap it up. Issue number 12, Chaos, otherwise known as Chaos. Let's do it. Dude, the title for this one is kind of like a almost final send-off for this entire thing, so let's go, man. If this walking carpet would stop trying to rip me in half and just give me the third Chaos Stone, I'd happily leave his cave and never come back. Roar, whoosh. But I'm not going anywhere without that stone. Not when Maya and I still have a shot at winning the Royal Scavenger Hunt. What's weird is that, despite what you may have heard, Yetis are actually big softies. That is, unless you slip them some kind of potion that makes them crazy. I smell sabotage. And there it is, title screen, Chaos. Please tell me that you're almost done with the rest of that cookie batter. You can't wish perfection. What are you talking about? You're making sardine cookies. Do you know how disgusting that sounds? Perhaps to you, but to a Yeti, these cookies are a bite of heaven. And now my masterpiece is done. Kersplat. Please tell me that you didn't just miss from point-blank range. I mean, it's not like that thing is big enough to swallow a rhino whole or anything. If you think you can do better, you realize that my fastball tops 95 miles per hour, right? Good for you. Now show us that you can live up to your boast. Well, maybe it wasn't quite 95, but would you stop talking already and throwing? Prepare to be amazed. Plop. Grr. That's not good. This is the last of the batch, so I would suggest you make a count, that is, unless you have time to go to the market to get more sardines. Think you can get tall, white, and ugly to open his mouth nice and wide? Your wish is my command. Kaboom! Ah! How's that? It'll have to do. What's that supposed to mean? It's as close to a compliment as you're gonna get, so you might as well take it. Chomp, 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 gulp. You see that, Chief? She really does love me. Quite delicious, in fact. With just a pinch more sea salt, I dare say I would describe this bouquet of rich flavors as absolute perfection. I am humbled by your praise, though my recipe is used by bistros across the realm. And here I thought that Dane had the biggest ego in the realm. I wouldn't be surprised if Chef Luca was the president of his own fan club. He probably is. So what's happened here, dear boy? You are under the influence of Fury Fruit. I'm afraid I don't understand. My brothers and I avoid that devilish nectar with all precaution. It has a particularly ill effect on Yetis, as you well know. I can only wonder who served that poisonous brew. Interesting that you should ask. My new friends here, the very friends who risked their lives to cure you from the madness, are in the middle of the Royal Scavenger Hunt, and you may be able to help them. Oh, that sounds absolutely delightful. Yes, well, they believe someone may have poisoned you to slow their progress. After all, a den of angry Yetis is no trifle. An undeniable point, I concede. You might be able to help them get back on track, that is, if you are so inclined. I am, of course, at your service. Go ahead. Well, so, real quick before we keep going, I know there was like instances of battles in Freems where you would fight Yetis, so now you know why they're hostile in those battles. Because, yeah, they had Fury Fruit. So, it is kind of canon, a little bit there. Well, we were kind of wondering if you would be willing to give us your Chaos Stone. A Chaos Stone, you say? I must admit, that particular rock holds a special place in my heart. It was a gift from my dearly departed nanny. However, it is the least I could do after all the damage I've caused. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude. Shrouded Glade at the base of Misty Mountain. It would have been nice if the last leg of the race could have been on a beach somewhere. My skin is taking a beating from all this wind. Your skin pretty much looks the same to me. Well, I'm definitely getting a facial when we get home. Pause. It feels like I haven't exfoliated for a month. I'd ask you if you know how ridiculous that sounds, but I think we both already know the answer. I think that's one of the other teams up ahead. Not unless we're going up against druids from the Shrine of Knowledge. My guess is that he's more interested in enlightenment than a scavenger hunt. I don't know. You can buy a whole lot of enlightenment with all the gold we're about to win. What are you talking about? You can't buy enlightenment. It's... Oh, never mind. You didn't happen to see anyone pass by here, have you? I have been sitting here for nearly 3 days, and I have seen naught but an occasional bird. 3 days? Are you serious? It's freezing. Physical pain is of little consequence to those of my order. We are taught to deny ourselves all earthly trappings. Our only treasure is knowledge, and I fear I may never attain what I seek. Come again? Is there something we can do to help? I'm afraid not. You see, I must quest to the top of the mountain and seek out the Oracle. Unless she answers a question of great significance, I will remain an initiate until the end of my days. So, what's stopping you? For some time now, the initiates seeking the Oracle have rarely returned, and those that do have been attacked by hideous beasts. The Oracle, gone silent, and her guardians no longer protect us from the evils that roam the mountainside. Like what? A few wolves? There are Cray as well, and rumors. If the rumors are true, a powerful elemental known as Snowface has claimed Misty Mountain as his dominion. You know what? I think we might be able to help each other out here. How so? I don't like it when you get that twinkle in your eye. We're in the middle of a scavenger hunt, and we only have one item left to find before we win. So I'm thinking that you could show us where to find the Oracle, and we can protect you along the way. When we find her, you can ask her your question, and we'll ask her one too. That's not half bad, actually. The Oracle can point us to the last Chaos Stone. Thank you. So, what do you say? Do we have a deal? Well, don't take this the wrong way, but we can't afford to sit here while you go over a list of pros and cons. Maya and I are heading up the mountain with or without you. You can come along, or you can sit here and pout until the wolves decide to pay you a visit. I agree to your terms. Perfect, then let's get going. The quicker we get this over with, the quicker I can get my facial. Pause. Let's go. So, how long has all of this been going on? A few weeks, maybe more. Our order believes that Snowface and his monsters are just the beginning. There is a great darkness that approaches, one that threatens our very existence. Remind me to never invite this guy to a party. Talk about a downer. Don't you feel the rocks crying out in the trees weeping? Not really. Alright, so maybe these wolves are a teensy bit scarier than I gave them credit for. But we can handle them, right? Maya? Maya? It's not the wolves that I'm worried about. What's that supposed to... Never mind. Okay, so the wolves here make sense. Why are there crayfish or cray or whatever they're called? Why are they here in the snow? Like, There's some stuff in the comic books that don't make a whole ton of sense, but regardless, because dude, they're in Shrouded Glade, right? And I don't know if Shrouded Glade actually has snow, but Cray are all the way over in Seaside, so it's just, I don't know, it's just a little weird. But anyway, grr, how, clack, whoosh, snap, gulp, yipe, eek, swoosh, grr, arg, thwunk, crack, swish, splosh, whoosh. What did I tell you? Nothing to worry about. In fact, I bet those creepy crawlies will go back and tell all their friends about the beating they just took. The rest of this trip should be smooth sailing. Perhaps not. You really need to learn how to relax. Grrr. Hey, look, it's a Christmas tree all hyped up on energy drinks. Oh, Dane, your one-liners are so good. Ha 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 ha! Please, you mustn't make him angry. Snowface is far more powerful than you can imagine. What's he gonna do? Hit us with a snowball? Gimme a Quiet, insolent fool. Enough! I should probably thank you for shutting him up, and trust me, I'd leave him there to teach him a lesson. But we have to cross the finish line or as a team, or we get disqualified. Whoosh. Boom, kablam, pop, bang. Is anybody else in the mood for a cup of hot chocolate? I'll buy you all the hot chocolate if you can drink, if we get out of this mess. But right now, I just need you to get it together and make your way up the mountain. I'll be right behind you. But, trust me, she can take care of herself. Time to turn up the heat. Come now, my dear. You have spunk, but those little firecrackers won't help you in a battle against the legendary guardians of the Oracle. Why don't you go put that away before somebody gets hurt? As much as I appreciate your concern, I think I'll take my chances. Besides, I'm starting to think Dane was right about you. I mean, come on. You're just an oversized tree. You were warned, child. Now you will experience the wrath of Snowface. Seriously, how long did it take you to come up with that catchphrase? Besides, who refers to himself in the third person? I'm going to trap you in a block of ice and keep you on my mantle as a trophy. You can try. But I kind of doubt you have what it takes. Catch. Whoosh. What was that? It's called a liquefaction orb. I don't think you're gonna like it. Help me. This is the Shrine of Knowledge. The Oracle should be inside. I'm not a big fan of caves. Maybe I should wait out here for Maya. There was no time for that. Please, we must hurry. You're sure this Oracle will be able to tell us where the last Chaos Stone is hidden? You mustn't doubt the power of the Oracle. I'll take that as a yes. So, real quick, before we keep on reading, I just want to quickly explain something that maybe not a lot of people are going to get here. So, this is where the story takes kind of a shift, and this being the last issue of the comic book series, it's going to be very jarring, but I'm going to explain what's going to happen because it's going to be very confusing. So, obviously, you see Valerian here. Right? It's going to be explained in a second, so I'm not going to spoil that bit. What I do want to talk about is the whole royal scavenger hunt. The queen, this is going to be really funny. So there's no one competing against Dane and Maya. There's no one. No one is competing against Dane and Maya. Because the one like giveaway is the pixie saying, or not the pixie, the pixie. The pixie saying that he's seen no one for 3 days. So think about that. He's seen no one since he's been there. And that means there's no teams. Dane and Maya aren't competing against anyone, which is really weird, right? They're doing this whole royal scavenger hunt. Like, they assume people know about it. They assume everyone's doing this. No. So they said Queen Valerian initiated the scavenger hunt. That is not true. It's not true in the slightest. So this person here is the one, like, Queen Valerian never initiated the scavenger hunt in the first place. It was someone else, and it'll be explained here. But the scavenger hunt was never a scavenger hunt in the first place. It was all a ruse to get this amulet, to get this chaos amulet, which is crazy. And again, we're going to dive into it right here, and then I'll talk about it a little bit more. But I just wanted to bring that up because everything takes a turn here. Everything takes a turn here. Congratulations, my champion. You are the first to arrive at the journey's end. Queen Valerian? Am I really? I mean, thank you, Your Majesty. Your task was to gather the Chaos Amulet, was it not? Yes, Majesty. We were told the Oracle would lead us to the last gemstone. There is no need to burden the Oracle, for you see the stone you seek is right here. Do you know why I sought this amulet? No, Your Majesty, but I'm sure you have your reasons. Oh, I do. You see, the Chaos Amulet is one of the most powerful objects in our history. Long ago, a beast made of living shadow rose from the depths to terrorize all of Freems. Snap. The only emotion it knew was hatred, and everywhere it went, destruction followed. We were helpless against its fury, that is, until the people of the realm put aside their petty differences to join forces and drove the beast back to the pit where it had come from. In the end, we were able to capture the Chaos Beast inside something that we now call a Chaos Stone. It was broken into 4 pieces that were taken in the 4 corners of the realm, never to be united lest the beast return. That is, until Block tracked them all down. So, you're gonna summon a beast that nearly destroyed Free Realms? You needn't worry, my pet. This amulet holds an enchantment. Whoever wears it has the power to control the Chaos Beast. I must be missing something. This is supposed to be the Royal Scavenger Hunt, right? You know, where we track down everything on our list, and if we were the first team to finish, we get a prize? Or, wait a minute, is this one of those practical joke shows with a hidden camera? You were in on this from the beginning, weren't you? I have no idea what you're talking about. Dane, that's not Valerian. It's a shapeshifter posing as the queen. And we're going to keep reading here. I'll explain everything. If this is supposed to be some kind of a joke, it isn't very funny. And where did those two come from? Would you listen to me? It's not a joke, and that isn't the queen. It's an agent from a cult that wants to destroy our world. He was holding the real queen captive in one of the caves. Darkthorn came looking for her, and they decided to join us. So, wait, you're telling me that there was never a royal scavenger hunt? I'm afraid not. And we were never going to get a shot at the reward? No. I'm going to, and I just want to explain all this. So yeah, Valerian, like, there was a shapeshifter posing as the queen. And I don't know how Maya found, I'm assuming it was in that cave that was shown in one of the pictures, but it is wild that Maya's like, I did all of this. Dane, look, I found them all. I think they kind of rushed that bit, but like, yeah, it is like, yeah, basically the shapeshifter was the one who announced that there was this royal scavenger hunt, even though there was no royal scavenger hunt. It was just to get that amulet and to get all the stones. So it's a very weird plot, but this is something that I want to expand. I want to expand on in the Realm War, and you guys will see that in full. But let's go ahead and finish this up. And there's the reward you get. You get the Sinister Cowl if you've gotten all of the books. You get the whole set, which is cool, and you get the Monster Mash recipe as well, which is neat. But let's finish this. Oomph! I will send you to the abyss with your pet, where you'll rot for all eternity. Silly child, you have no authority over... To the abyss. Poof. Clank. Roar. Enough. Whoosh. So you're sure there isn't going to be a reward? Are you serious? We just saved the world. How's that for a reward? Perhaps Dane has a point. After all, you not only helped defeat a grave evil, you've reunited me with my sister, and that is worth more than you'll ever know. Maybe we should discuss it over dinner tonight? I'd have to check my calendar, but yeah, I think I can make it. And then end. So again, this is... It's very... They left this whole thing off on a cliffhanger, and, you know, Valerian controlled the Chaos Amulet here and got the beast back into its thing, but it leaves off on a cliffhanger. It's very odd, and I wanted to continue off where the cliffhanger left off, basically, but obviously with the events that Luck of the Draw had and Samurai Stories had, and continue from there as well. So not only continuing off of this cliffhanger, but continuing off of where my lore has left off, so kind of combining the two. So this whole dinner thing that Valerian mentions, I immediately kind of bring that up in the beginning of the Realm War. So yeah, man, that is the end of the comics. I hope you guys enjoyed me reading these. I know it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. My voice is kind of shot from reading all of this, but yeah, man, I really do enjoy the comics. Even though I do have my gripes with them, like Dane not having any character development, him being like the same egotistical guy throughout this entire thing, and there's also a lot of things that just don't make sense. Not a lot, but there are some things that just don't make sense in the comics, but I do wish there was more, but now it's kind of my responsibility to take on finishing off the lore, and the Realm War, with that whole story, I aim to do that with whole full story. So I can't wait for you guys to read it. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed and watched, I appreciate it a ton. I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, goodbye.